Could we have the roll call, please?
Smith.
Here.
Harvey.
Here.
Bragg.
Here.
Clute.
Here.
Mayor Robish.
Present. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Moving on to the agenda approval. I don't think I have anything that I need to add. Any commissioners have anything? This is consent agenda.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Wrong one.
That's all right.
Move to approve
Good
the
reminder.
agenda.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. Moving on to public forum. Public forum is limited to a maximum of 3 minutes per person. Please state your name and address for the record. Is there anyone in the audience here for public forum? Seeing none, do the commissioners have anything? I would just like to say thank you for everyone, to everyone, for coming out to the Winterfest this last Saturday. It was not our highest attendance, but it was a good crowd, and I think everyone there that was there had a very good time, and once again, thank you for coming out. Just a reminder, as of yesterday, our burger battle, third annual burger battle has started, and already there's buzz around town who's got the best, so get out there and check it out. So there's 13, so you don't have too much time to waste here, so let's get after it. Thank you for that, and we're going to move on to the consent agenda. Matters appearing on the consent agenda are expected to be non-controversial and will be acted upon by the commission at one time without discussion unless a member of the commission requests an opportunity to address any given item. Items removed from the consent agenda will be discussed at the beginning of the formal items. Tonight, we have 4.1 minutes of January 26, 2026, 4.2 fuel quotes for city departments, 4.3 payment of the bills, 4.4 consider a parade permit request for Wheel Jam Truck Show on June 7th, 2026 at 11 a.m. 4.5 acknowledge the reinstatement of Police Officer Stephanie Viatoli from military leave effective February 9th, 2026 with a trainer's step, and this reinstatement is in accordance with the Uniformed Services Employment and Reemployment Rights. And we want to thank Stephanie for her service I think she's been gone a little over a year, but very happy to have her back. 4.6, approve the employment of Ryan Breemeister as a police officer effective February 9th, 2026 with a 1,040-hour probationary period for supplemental benefits and a 1-year probationary period per the FOP collective bargaining agreement. And 4.7, acknowledge that Teen Tween Library Monty Bentley has completed his 60 calendar day probationary period effective February 1st, 2026 in accordance with the Ask Me bargaining unit. That's what I have for the consent agenda tonight.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. Moving on to bid quote items. We're going to start tonight. 5.1, consider approval to award the campus center boiler replacement through emergency procurement to the recommended company to be identified at the commission meeting, which is right now. And I have Chad Schroeder here with us. If you would like to tell us if you got
Thank
heat.
you, Mayor and Commissioners. So last week, on the 27th of January, our boiler system completely failed in our building at the campus center. And we were able to restore one of the boilers to get our heat back, but our backup boiler, I'm gonna call it, is out of service, cannot be repaired. So therefore, we are going to be forced to follow the necessary emergency procurement procedure in order to bring redundancy back to our building in order to have a backup boiler if the one that's running now fails. So we asked 3 local contractors to submit quotes for this with a deadline of January 30th at noon. Only 1 quote was received by the deadline, so it was the only qualified quote considered for the award. We are asking you to consider us replacing the system with the quoted Lochinvar 1.25 million BTU boilers at a cost of $177,595. This would be to replace our 2 existing boilers with 2 brand new ones, okay? The good news with this is that the city has already budgeted $148,000 in 2026 to replace this. It was on our my capital assets request. So we have $148,000 in the budget for 2026. The bad news is that it's going to take another $29,595 in order to meet this cost for this project. The part of the budgeting of the being over is that when we started digging into this, Brett and I would like to recommend that we use a higher BTU boiler than what I had originally asked for when we budgeted this project. And also due to some, emergency stuff with the, as far as the emergency replacement, things like that. The additional funding is gonna come out of second penny reserves, is that correct?
That is correct. I talked to Pauline, and that is correct.
Okay, and then I guess just with all that in mind, I request that we award the campus center boiler replacement system for the amount of $177,595 through the emergency procurement process to Allied Climate Professionals LLC.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any questions for Chad?
So just to, he said that you see also the option in there for the cleaning, which, that also accounts for some, because I'm not sure in the initial bid if that was in there either, so.
That is correct, yes.
So, really, this is, probably had we gone to term, even if it hadn't have been an emergency, we probably would have ended up about this anyway. The initial quote that we got didn't have the details on the size that Brett determined later, and it didn't have that cleaning, so realistically, we're more than likely, it's unfortunate it's an emergency and we're having to do it in a hurry, but this is probably what we would have ended up spending on this project anyway. The premium that we're paying for the emergency will probably be pretty minimal, so if it's gonna break, it's good to break in a year when we already have the money allocated for it, I guess.
Okay.
And I would commend Brett and the engineering office for moving so quick, and of course Chad doing a lot of the legwork, the fact that they got this figured out in a hurry, and the fact that they realized ahead of time when they did the quote last year for this that it was coming. I guess that's why they do that preventative stuff. So I appreciate both Chad and his team and the engineering, because this could have been a mess. We heard it from somebody else in the building earlier. Chad was saying it got a little chilly in there, and if they had not been on top of this, it could have been ugly.
Yeah. Also, thanks to Allied for their quick action on that too. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yes, Commissioner Smith.
Thank you. So if this hadn't been an emergency procurement, what would that process look like under normal?
We had 2 options. We could either look at, we were either at source well options, or we would have had to have a mechanical, probably do a mechanical engineer to do a design to put together for us to come up with these,
For the
this
bid
option.
specs.
Yes,
And that process would take a month?
probably, yes. That's kind of Brett's lane a little bit, Rungy's lane, but I'm sure that, I'm guessing it would have taken several months to get that design put together,
Yeah, the
along with
design
extra
being one
cost,
thing.
increased
Yeah.
cost.
Understood. Just wanted to
Thank you.
know. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Roll call vote, please.
Smith,
Aye.
Harvey,
Aye.
Bragg,
Aye.
Clute,
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. Thank you, Chad.
Thank you.
Moving on to 5.2, consider the approval of quote from Beck Motors for a half-ton pickup for the wastewater department in the amount of $42,508. We have with us tonight from the engineer's office, Megan Eggleston. Would you like to explain this?
So Beck Motors provided us a quote through the state bid law, which meets South Dakota bid law requirements. And this is going to cost about $42,508. And the city has budgeted $44,000 for this pickup, so we recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay. Any questions for Megan?
Love it when it comes in under bid. Make up for Chad's.
Roll call vote, please.
Smith,
Aye.
Harvey,
Aye.
Bragg,
Aye.
Clute,
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. And moving on to 5.3, consider the approval of the Third Street Bridge Reinspection Program. Megan, do you want to explain this one? We've been talking about the Third Street Bridge for a while now.
So the bridges have to be inspected at intervals that don't exceed 2 years. So how it works is the city is billed by the DOT for 20% of the cost, and the DOT pays 80% of the cost. So we recommend you approve this.
Okay.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any questions for Megan on this one? Roll call vote, please.
Smith,
Aye.
Harvey,
Aye.
Bragg,
Aye.
Clute,
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. And the last one, another new pickup for the street department, Megan. As long as you're in the mood for buying vehicles, let's talk about it.
So Beck Motors provided us a quote through the state bid, which meets the South Dakota bid law requirements. So this one costs $47,221. We have budgeted $44,000 for this purchase, so the additional funds will need to come from the reserves.
Makes up for the other one.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any questions for Megan? Roll call vote, please.
Smith,
Aye.
Harvey,
Aye.
Bragg,
Aye.
Clute,
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Thank you. Aye. Thank you, Megan. Moving on to petitions and communications. Consider the quitclaim deed and certificate of real estate value for the South Commercial Lot 2D and authorize the mayor to sign. I'm going to turn this over to, we have Barry Cranston with us tonight and Ted Hayter in the audience, so.
Thank you, Mayor. This just is kind of the continuation of the TIF projects and everything going on with the hotel in the Southtown area. So this will kind of culminate the city's part of the process here, and then Greater Huron would take over from here with the private developer.
Okay.
So we'd recommend approval.
Okay. Ted, do you have anything to add?
The only thing I would add, Mayor, is that the funds from this transaction will come to Greater Huron and then to the city of Huron
Okay.
when everything is done.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any questions, comments for Barry or Ted, either? Roll call vote, please.
Smith,
Aye.
Harvey,
Aye.
Bragg,
Aye.
Clute,
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. Thank you, both of you. Moving on to departmental items. Commissioner Clute, you have our solid waste hours for President's Day holiday coming up.
I do, thank you, Mayor. President's Day closure, the Solid Waste Department rubble site will be closed Monday, February 16th, in observance of President's Day. Monday's garbage and recycling routes will be done on Wednesday, February 18th. Please remember to have your containers out the night before, as trucks will not be rerouted. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Having completed all our business for tonight,